Hello everybody, and today in this video I will be making a tier list on my opinion for how strong each kaiju is. I'm doing Monsterverse, and I'm not going to do all of them, okay? There's way too much in Skull Island, and of course there's some in comics, so I'm not going to do all, but I got the major ones. So, let's just get right into it. First up, we have Tiamat. So, Tiamat in comics fought against Godzilla, right? And I'm guessing it's a he put up a pretty good fight. Um, uh, Godzilla still came out on top. GXK was a little odd. I mean, I feel like they should have shown way more with Tiamat and GXK, but they didn't. He kind of just got like obliterated. But I mean, he put up, without Godzilla being amped up like that, he did put up a pretty good fight. But of course, Godzilla still won and would win. I mean, it's just a snake. It's nothing that big or strong. But I I put it at like A. I do it A. Okay. Tiamat is very very strong. Um, Being able to stand its ground against Godzilla for a little while, at least in comics. Of course, not in GXK, but in comics he did. Um, Next up we have Male Muto. Now, Male Muto's a solid B. Male Muto is again strong and big too. He is able to pull over Godzilla, um shove Godzilla. But of course that was 2014 Godzilla. That was a smaller version than what we have right now, but still, he was still pretty big, and Male Muto was just able to do that. Though a tragic death, of course, kind of got nailed into a building by Godzilla's tail. But I mean, everyone has to die, right? So, yeah, he's a solid B. He's not. He's definitely not better than. I mean, he gets close to Tiamat. I mean, but I think Tiamat's just still better because Tiamat has more power. With all, I mean, Godzilla absorbed the power in GXK to be that. So he definitely has a lot of power. So definitely above Male Muto. Next up is Female Muto, and female is a solid A. And I know you're like, what? But she's up there with Tiamat. She is big, like very, very big. And she arguably has more strength than Tiamat, arguably has more durability, definitely not speed, but either way, I mean, she could technically be above Tiamat, but still, Tiamat is very strong and powerful, so we'll have to put them even right now. Warbat's a C. They're fast. They can shoot out venom. I think it's what it is. They can wrap their tail. I mean, they're strong too. They're able to hold back Kong for a little while. 2021 Kong. So they're not better than Male Muto though. I mean, that's a sin to put them against each other. A Male Muto would clap him so hard, but still, yeah, he's definitely a solid C. Skullcrawler. This is a adult Skullcrawler because I didn't want to do the baby or the miniature Skullcrawler because he's just too weak, too weak to be on this list basically. But this is hard because I think I'm gonna do D. Actually, I'm gonna do C. Do I think a Skullcrawler could stand a chance against a Warbat? I actually do. They have super long tails. Their bite and skull itself is way bigger than a Warbat's. They would have potential against a Warbat. It's just I don't think they're bigger. They adult Skullcrawler, or we could technically be using number 10, the one in 2021. Either way, they're big, and I think they might be the same size or maybe even a bit bigger than a Warbat. But again, this one would fail to beat male Muto, so that would not go up there. Next up, we got Doug, and I mean like y'all about to say like, oh my gosh, Doug is definitely up there. I mean, but that's just a meme, guys. I mean, for being legit, he's got to be a D. Okay, he's not that he's strong. I mean, he stole food from Kong. I mean, that's not really strong. That's just mean, but still, but he's like he's basically a baby, so you can't give him a higher one. And this is legit. This isn't about a meme. I mean, if it was a meme, it'd be like, oh, it's S tier. You could clap anybody, but no, it's he's down to D. He's not any stronger than he really is. Methuselah. Methuselah's a solid B. He's got extreme durability, strength too, and could probably compare to somebody like female Muto. But what I'm thinking about is that Methuselah's speed is horrible. I mean, he's that big, so of course he doesn't have much speed. So even though he might be stronger and more durable than a female Muto or even Tiamat, he still probably would lose because he's not quick enough to dodge attacks or do anything about them. But like I said, good durability, so it's kind of hard to put him between A and B, but yeah, either way. Okay, so we got Ghidorah. This should be an obvious S. I mean, this obvious, yeah. Um, he he fought against Godzilla. Um, with his amped up version, he was able to lift Godzilla, and I say this multiple times. I'm just gonna say it again. Without the amped up version of King Ghidorah, he could not lift Godzilla. Um, he Yeah, he'd have to. So he was a lot stronger when he got amped up by the electricity from Boston, and got a lot more strength and energy. And power. He could have not lifted Godzilla that high without that amp up. At base form, he could have not done that. But yeah, he's a definite S. He's able to go head to head with Godzilla. Um, really Godzilla at some points had the upper hand, but at some points Ghidorah had upper hand too. So I mean, he's kind of on par with Godzilla. I still think Godzilla is stronger, but I mean, he's still three-headed dragon. Probably not. I don't. He's not twice the size as Godzilla, definitely, but he is staggering height of like 530 something feet, about there. Really big kaiju. Not the biggest though. I'm pretty sure. I think Shimo standing up on her hind legs is the biggest, or about the same size, but still, up there in S, of course, would destroy Tiamat and female Muto easily. MechaGodzilla. MechaGodzilla is an S. Uh, Female Muto could do damage with those sharp things, and she's really strong. Tiamat could also do damage because Tiamat is just straight up powerful. But MechaGodzilla would easily come on top out of both of those. MechaGodzilla would not beat King Ghidorah though. It wouldn't even be that close. I mean, using his atomic breath is way better than Ghidorah's and would burn Ghidorah easily. I mean, he burned Godzilla, but that was a way weaker version of Godzilla because he was tired of fighting Kong and all that. But still, he would definitely toast Ghidorah, like literally toast him with the atomic breath. But Ghidorah is physically stronger, faster, and more durable, and having all three of those easily gives you the win right there. Um, but yeah, so next up is Muto Prime. Muto Prime is an easy S. Went toe to toe with Godzilla in the comics. And remember, Muto Prime has those huge claws. I mean, he's probably he's definitely has to be physically stronger than Kong. Kong may not even be better than Muto Prime. I think Muto Prime would probably beat Kong in an overall fight. I mean, Muto Prime is physically one of the strongest kaiju out there. I mean, he's dead now, but still, was one of the strongest kaiju ever. And, would lose to MechaGodzilla, but could definitely hold its ground for a little while against them, as throwing punches to MechaGodzilla's face would damage it a lot. So yeah, definitely S. Next up, we got Behemoth. Behemoth is a solid B. Um, pretty. Actually, I think I might move Methuselah. I'm gonna move Methuselah to A. Methuselah's. I just keep looking at that mountains, and I just keep thinking about how incredible durability he has and strength, and it's like I gotta move him to A, even though he may not have good of speed at all. He's still got that durability and strength right there, so he's definitely A. So yeah, Behemoth is B. Behemoth not that great of durability. I mean, fur and flesh not that good, but strength is really good, and speed not that good either. But he would just step on skull crawlers and warbats, so he's definitely up there, and probably beat male Muto, but would probably lose to female Tiamat and Methuselah. So B is perfect for him. Next up, Sila. Sila, in the new movie GXK, Sila was literally reaching the size of Godzilla. Not overall mass as Godzilla. I mean, of course, Godzilla is way, way, way bigger as in mass. But, like, overall size, like how tall and stuff, going on the back legs of Sila easily reached Godzilla's height. But when she actually tried to find him, Godzilla, like, toasted Sila easily. But Scylla's gotta go to A. And I know you're like, what? How could Scylla go to A? She even though she got destroyed by Godzilla, she still had the gut to actually go up against him. But not just that, she is, or I think it's she is incredibly fast, like incredibly fast. She's also strong, and she has very pointy limbs that could easily, like, poke, basically, or stab other kaiju. And actually, a really good fight would be Scylla against female Muto. That'd be pretty good, and I think Scylla probably comes on top of that. Scylla's just so lanky in the arms, and it's like, what are you gonna do? You can't get past those arms. They're just gonna stab you multiple times. Unless you're Godzilla, because Godzilla's durability, but still, yeah, A tier. Next up, we got Scar King, and you're gonna kill me for this, but he's A tier. I don't see Scar King being S. Okay, yeah, he's fast, sure, but he would get demolished by MechaGodzilla, Muto Prime, and Ghidorah. And even with the whip, he'd still get demolished by all three. He makes it to A tier, definitely, but he does not make it to S tier, trust me. I mean, even with the IQ and speed, his strength and durability don't match any of those three up there. So, yeah, A tier. I think A tier seems perfect for him. Next up, we got Shimo. Shimo's S. I mean, what? This isn't even a question. Shimo's obviously S. Shimo, I don't think it's a theory. I think it's actually lore that she froze King Ghidorah in the ice, but it may be a theory. But she went toe to toe with the evolved Godzilla. Didn't do much. I mean, she did kick him across the city, like not literally across the city, but like across a few buildings, and tackle him to the ground. But again, Godzilla did the same thing to her, tackle her to the ground, and I actually tackled her to the ground multiple times. But yeah, that ice, she could definitely beat Muto Prime and MechaGodzilla and Ghidorah. I think she's the best so far on this entire list. Next up, we got Kong. Okay, so this is probably the most hardest choice, because it's like, I think I want to have to put him in S. He is better than Scar King, okay? He's stronger. He would beat Scar King in an overall fight. But even though he'd probably lose to all the characters on the S tier, he's still up there. He's got strength, okay? He didn't knock down Godzilla in the new movie. That's only because he has a charged up gauntlet. And he didn't knock out Godzilla, by the way. Godzilla's eyes are still open, so those Kong Glazers need to shut up. Anywho, yeah, he's still strong. even though he almost died again to Godzilla, he's still strong, very strong. Um, and durability not that good really, but he can withstand being dragged into multiple buildings by Shimo, really without a scratch or anything. But yeah, he's. I mean, with the IQ too, and the speed is good too. Added on with, like I said, the good strength. I mean, he's a good big size. He's definitely up there in S tier. Even though he may lose to all the characters on the S tier list, he's still up there. Next up we got Goji S. Like what? um, Okay, not Gojira. Godzilla. Godzilla Monsterverse version is the strongest Monsterverse Kaiju. You can argue with me all you want, but Evolved Godzilla and even 2021. Well, so Evolved Godzilla beats Ghidorah and beats Shimo. No matter how much you tell me Shimo is more powerful, she is not. Okay? Godzilla is more powerful, more strong. Well, not stronger. It's stated that he has even strength with Shimo, but he's more durable, faster, and has more overall power. Bro went through multiple nuclear planets, destroying them, absorbing it, and then absorbing Tiamat's layer and killing Tiamat. So he's definitely stronger than Kong, more powerful than Kong, more powerful than Shimo, more powerful than Muto Prime, more powerful than MechaGodzilla, and more powerful than Ghidorah, okay? Ghidorah Glazers need to shut up. Evolved Goji is more powerful than Ghidorah. No matter how many times you say it, he just is. 2021. 2021 Godzilla beats Kong, beats Muto Prime, beats MechaGodzilla, and again beats Ghidorah, okay? Don't be capping right now. He would clap Ghidorah. Shimo, I think Shimo might come out on top here. Even though Godzilla is like a little heavier, which may make things worse. I mean, he's physically stronger, more built and muscular in a new movie. So I think 2021 would probably lose to Shimo, like high div maybe, but he would still beat Ghidorah high div 2021. In 2019 still beats Kong, Muto Prime, MechaGodzilla. Well, actually, MechaGodzilla, that could be different. Yeah, that could definitely be different because MechaGodzilla is huge. And 2019 beats Ghidorah. Okay. Like you can debate me all you want. 2019 beats Ghidorah. Very extremely high difficulty, but he just does. Okay, it's just lore that Godzilla beats him, and it's not plot armor. Okay, stop saying plot armor. Godzilla can clap all these kaiju without plot armor too. It's like whenever you guys want somebody to win and they don't win against Godzilla, you're like, oh, plot armor, la la la. Like, bro, just deal with it. Like, it's not that hard. And 2014 does lose to Ghidorah. 2014 loses to Mecha. 2014 loses to Shimo, but still probably beats Kong and Muto Prime. But yeah, that's that. And then next up we got Mother Longlegs. Mother Longlegs is up there C tier. Not better than Behemoth or Muto Prime, but definitely on par with Skullcrawlers and Warbats. So that's all I have for today. If you liked it, make sure you like the video. These are all kaiju, of course, but I don't want to go deep into comics and stuff to take all that time. So yeah, these are the basic kaiju. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If I should move any up or move any down. But yeah, that's it for this video. So see you in the next one.